That's awkward. Hold on, start over.
We make our nuts from the fibers. I feel like maybe we should scoot this way a little, or I'll just like scoot it.
Marina and Kevin here.
Alright then.
Hey everybody! We have another box to open. And while we're opening it, or right after we're going to open it, we're going to talk about our 2017 trip that we took to Disney World for my birthday. It's been a year and a half since then. A lot of stuff has happened. We have gotten married. We have gone to Disneyland, which we will talk about in another video. And we have booked another trip. So we want to go ahead and go over all the stuff that we did last time, and I don't know, just kind of reminisce. Here's the box. This is a Magic Band box. You want to do the honors?
Okay.
Because I opened it last time.
Ta-da!
Nice.
It looks beautiful.
Yep. Well, this year I actually have my own Magic Band.
Oh yeah.
Pretend.
Oh look!
Oh hey! That was in our lap the whole time. The Epcot 35th merchandise unfortunately wasn't available when we went. It was during the 35th year of Epcot, but it wasn't, all that merchandise wasn't ready by the time we went.
It was like
there.
a month before all that happened, I think.
Right, exactly. So the anniversary was actually on the 1st of October, and we were there the 1st of September. So, you know, that's how it goes. But anyway, I really wanted some Epcot 35th merchandise. And after our trip, I saw this on the Shop Disney Parks app, and I said, yes, yes, I do want that. So let's take a look real quick. This will be another unboxing. This is the Epcot 35. It's the special edition, limited edition, 3500 made of this design. And what's really neat about it is it has, I love the orange color first off, very retro Epcot, but it also has Spaceship Earth, as you can see here. Aha! So, as you can see, it has Spaceship Earth and the old fountain that used to be in front of Spaceship Earth with the spires, the acrylic spires. It's got the old Epcot logo. It's amazing. And on the back of it, it actually says it's limited edition. But what's really neat is that when you chime in at the front gate, it actually plays a special sound. So, look forward to it.
You know what the sound is?
I do, and I won't tell you. Well, I won't tell you, people on the camera, because we're going to have it in an upcoming video.
Cool. I'm excited.
Yes.
So, with this upcoming trip, we thought it was a good time to go ahead and make this video and kind of recap how our last trip to Disney World went. We were really only in Disney World for like 3.5 days.
Yeah.
And we went, I mean, park open to park closed, like
Each day.
15 miles a day,
Yeah,
walking
we were
around.
dead. We were dead.
So we actually did a lot in that time.
Starting out with how we got there. We flew down, and it was an afternoon-ish flight. So by the time we flew in and got to the hotel, it was nighttime.
It was dark. Yeah.
And we didn't have a park ticket planned that day, which is fine. We came to Coronado Springs. We dropped our stuff off and everything, and we had heard from Ivy Winter's channel, Christine, that the poolside bar was kind of nice. So
I don't even think it was the one by the pool.
oh,
though.
sorry, not pool.
We didn't even see the pool. It was like right outside of, I guess, the lobby.
Yeah, it's like
between the
basically
lobby
on
and the lake.
Yeah. The lakeside bar, I guess I should say. Sorry. So we go to the lakeside bar, and we sit down and order our drinks and everything. We're sitting there for a minute. We were probably there for maybe 15-20 minutes or so before.
And we're like, it's so calm.
Yeah, it's so calm.
Relaxing, and what a great start to our vacation.
Yeah, we're feeling it. We're like, this is nice. We're on vacation now. And then you start hearing some thunder. and seeing some lightning, and then all of a sudden it's pouring.
The freaking heavens opened up on us at the Lakeside Bar, y'all.
And we're like, it's okay, we're covered over by this little thing, it's no big deal. And there's a few other people there. I mean, the bar itself, the whole like sit down area at the bar is
it's
filled.
like a kiosk style with like bar stools like surrounding 3 sides of it. We were on the short side of the little bar, so there was like 2 seats for us, and then probably 5 or 6 bar stools along the long side, and then 2 other ones. So there was like some other couples there, and we were just like, oh, we'll wait it out. Like, this is kind of fun, being stuck in a storm, blah, blah, blah. And then it got really quick.
After like maybe, I don't know, 5-10 minutes of it just pouring, raining, you can see lightning and stuff, and the bartender's like, ugh, I don't know, they're probably going to make me shut it down if it's lightning. And then sure enough, a few minutes later, he's getting calls from his manager saying, you got to shut the bar down. Basically, he had to shut the bar down, and it was pouring down rain still, and we're just like, well, we'll just wait it out. And he like closed the gates and like closed like the
little like metal
door between the bar and the kitchen, you know, and everyone else had left, and it was just us sitting there under this awning, hoping the rain would die down, and it never did. So after a while, we just said, okay, fine, we're gonna go back to the room. Let's just walk back. The problem is that there's no covered walkways.
Yeah.
Which is silly because
it rains a lot.
It's Florida. Yeah, I mean, it rains constantly.
And Coronado especially is like really spaced out. It's like a really big resort, and I feel like we were on our way to being the opposite side of the lake from the bar.
Yeah.
And so we tried to walk along, like run from building to building, basically.
Yeah, and so one of the problems is that the buildings basically from the lobby to ours were all under construction, and there's like signs saying, hey, you know, construction, don't come here, but we're like, we need shade from the rain, so we found ways to kind of skirt around the rain by walking through the construction area, and no one was there, so whatever. And we got back to our room, and, you know, luckily, whatever, it sucked, but it was fine. Go.
So that was night 1. So the following day, we woke up. What did we do?
Well, I think the first thing that happened was Marina gave me my birthday present.
Yay!
And I didn't know that she was bringing me a birthday present, so I was really happy and opened it up, and it was my Random Land hat.
You're not wearing it.
I'm not wearing it.
Would you look at the size of this hat?
Random Land hat. There it is. Whoa, where did that come from?
Magic.
Wow, okay, yeah. So I was like, hey, cool Random Land hat. And if you don't know Random Land, you should. You probably do if you're watching this video. Justin Scard, he's an awesome guy, and we watch his videos a lot. And I need a new hat. I have a million hats, and so Marina got me one, and I was like, sweet, I'm excited. And then we opened the door. We're like, all right, we're ready to go. You know, we're trying to wake up early because we want to rope drop Animal Kingdom. Because Pandora had just opened maybe, I don't know, 6 months before that or something. It was pretty new at that point. And so we're waking up early, and we're like, all right, cool, let's go. And we open up the door, and then what happened? You know the first thing that happened? Everything fogged. Our glasses,
it was so
our camera.
humid. It was terrible.
And it was like basically going from like 0% humidity in the bedroom to like 8,000% humidity outside. Oh my gosh, and I was like, this is what it's going to be like, isn't it? It's like...
Welcome to Florida in September.
It's like 7 a.m. and
90 degrees.
It's hot and humid already. We haven't even done anything yet. And I'm like, oh, great. Okay.
And we live in Texas. Like, we're used to heat and, you know, a little bit of humidity and some thunderstorms and that sort of thing.
Yeah.
But, so the whole time we're planning this trip, we're like, oh, it's 92 here, it's 92 there. Like, we can sit outside on a patio and have a couple drinks, and we're good and feeling comfortable, and it's a nice day. and like this is a different kind of heat for sure.
Yeah, so when we went in December of 2016, it was December and it was cool most of the time. It was really cold one night, and then most of the time we were there was probably 70s.
Yeah,
it was not
nice.
bad. But this time, I don't know what I expected, but I didn't expect it to be that hot and that humid. Anyway, we walk out the door, we get all sweaty immediately. Fun. We get to Animal Kingdom. Animal Kingdom starts before you even get inside. It's like Animal Kingdom doesn't actually open until 9, I think.
I think, yeah.
But we got there at 8. And they let you in the gate, and you walk to the Pandora area, and there's just a huge crowd of people lined up ready to get into Pandora. What? Oh,
lost my magic band.
That would have been bad. And so we show up and we're like, okay, cool. Well, you know, we had heard from, I believe it was Tim Tracker. Tim and Jen Tracker went to Animal Kingdom to see if they could rope drop Flight of Passage. And sure enough, their video of them going to do that was what gave me the idea to say, hey, let's do that. See if we can, because we couldn't get a fast pass for Flight of Passage. We got a Flight of Passage for Navi River Journey, but Flight of Passage was just no luck, you know. And we were excited to ride Navi River Journey, but Flight of Passage we heard was like the best ride.
The best ride, yeah.
So anyway, we show up and we're sitting there in the line, and they started moving people back just a little bit at a time. So like the
Sorry, I couldn't find what you were searching for.
What?
Why?
The barrier was right at this point, right? And then a certain time would pass and they'd let people in a little bit further into the land, and then a little bit more time passed and let people a little bit further into
And
land.
start funneling people from like the whole width of the bridge into a single file line.
Yeah, and then you find out, you're saying, okay, I'm riding Flight of Passage, I'm following this line. And you're basically following this giant line that they wind around Pandora to get into the Flight of Passage queue. But you're moving most of the time.
You're walking the whole time.
You're not really, and like once they start letting people in, you're basically moving, right? And as we're getting into the line of Flight of Passage, the sign says 120-minute wait. And we're like, oh man, all right, well, this is what we're doing. Yeah, 120-minute wait. And we started getting on in the actual queue. And as we're walking in, we're trying to take pictures and stuff, but we can't stop for very long because the line's moving the whole time. So we're excited, and oh man, that queue was amazing.
It was so beautiful.
Holy cannoli.
Look out there. Oh my gosh.
It was
literally like being on another planet. And like, I think we should take a minute to discuss that. Like, we're not really Avatar people.
Yeah.
So we didn't like it when it came out.
Yeah.
You know, 15 years ago or whatever that was. And we rewatched it before this trip to try to like get pumped and like awaken our inner Avatar fandom. And we were like, this movie is horrible.
Yeah. Actually,
why did they build a land out of it?
I think I maybe liked it less the second time than I did when I watched it 10 years ago when it first came out. We were excited about the land as far as the IP goes.
Right.
But we were excited because it was a new land.
And we heard it was really pretty, and we've seen pictures and we've seen videos. But y'all, walking through that in person was insane.
Yep.
Mind-blowing. Like the prettiest place I think I've been in my life.
Right. Yeah, so we showed up not expecting a whole lot as far as like, you know, feeling it. Like we would say it was really pretty, right? But I don't know if we'd feel it. Well, we felt it, man. Getting in there was just, it was epic. So anyway, we're going through the line and taking pictures and everything, and we'd heard about the queue elements, specifically the floating like avatar in the water.
The animatronic.
Yeah, and we didn't even get to see it because, fortunately for us in a way, they kind of didn't make us go through that area of the queue.
Because the line wasn't packed enough to use that space in the queue.
Right.
So we just like bypassed it.
Yeah, so we went and we got on to Flight of Passage, and we ended up riding it, and within how much time you said it was like?
Yeah, I have a video clip of us like right when we got off the ride, so I'll put that in right now.
Yeah. We just got off of flight of passage.
It was amazing.
Yes. We came in at 8.
8:38 is when we got in line. It's now 9:27.
Yeah.
At park opening. So
Okay.
it said it was a 120-minute wait, and we were in line, on the ride, off the ride within an hour.
It was amazing. And it didn't even feel like we were in line.
No, and
It
that
was
ride
amazing.
is crazy.
Yeah.
It's so exhilarating. I was screaming the whole time.
It was awesome.
It was so fun.
Now we have so much time left.
Yay!
What do we do now?
Get a banana. So fun. Wasn't that so fun?
The ride was awesome, guys. It was basically like a cooler, in a way, newer, higher tech Soarin', just in a completely different setup. But it felt like you were flying just as much as Soarin' feels like you're flying. In fact, maybe even more so. So yeah, we were just blown away by the ride, and we loved it. And we totally want to ride it again. Unfortunately, we didn't get to ride it again this trip, but
Yeah,
we will
because
come back.
then, you know, the rest of the entire time that we're there, it has like a 2-hour, 3-hour wait. And it was amazing, but we were on limited time here. So we said, we'll save it for the next trip, and that's what we did. And so now we're going to go back, and that'll be cool.
Yeah, exactly. So we get done with the ride, and we go through the gift shop and everything, like you do. And then we get out, and we're just kind of walking around looking at the sights of Pandora. And all of a sudden, these cast members walk up to us, and they say, "Hey, would you like some free snacks?" And we're like, "Huh? What? Free snacks?" I'm like, "Yeah. Would you mind having these free snacks, and we can take pictures of you guys?" Like, "Yeah, sure, definitely." So they gave us a Night Blossom drink, a sampler size, and a Pongu Lumpia. And these are both sold at the Pongu stand in Pandora. And, you know, they took pictures, and we're like, okay, cool. And so we gave it we were like really excited about it. We're like, let's try it. Free snacks!
Yay!
I can't believe that. They just walked up to us. What? Well, it was probably, both of those things were probably the most sweetest things I've ever had in my life.
Yeah. And it's like 9:45 in the morning
Yeah.
or something. It was like the first thing we'd eaten at all during the day.
If you notice in the video that we just played, Marina said, "We're going to get a banana." Well, the whole reason for that was because we hadn't eaten anything yet.
Yeah, we were starving. Well, so then we had the thing, and the drink was like a slushie from a gas station meets like the tangiest margarita you've ever had.
Yeah, it's
But
very
like
sweet.
non-alcoholic, but like super, super sweet. So at first you're like, ooh, that's kind of tart and yummy. And then like 2 sips in, you're like, I'm going to have a really big stomachache.
And you also realize that you probably just ingested like 30 grams of sugar. So,
Per sip.
yeah.
So our Night Blossom drink from Pongu Pongu has these little balls. We thought they were tapioca, but they're actually like filled with sweet liquid. They just like burst like little liquid bubbles.
Melts in your mouth.
They're pretty
Not in
good.
your cup. Yeah, so anyway, we were happy to have it, and we were
It was
thankful.
really kind of cool that
but-
they offered that to us.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but well, I don't think I'd buy it. Wouldn't buy it.
Not our thing.
Yeah. So we went and rode Expedition Everest, we went and rode Dinosaur, did that whole thing, and then came back for our Fast Pass for Navi Journey. And thank God we had a Fast Pass for that, because while that ride was beautiful and gorgeous and groundbreaking in a lot of ways, it is also kind of boring.
It's so short.
And very short.
And I guess we learned later on, after having ridden it, that originally it was planned to be a lot longer,
It was,
right?
yeah, I heard that it was
And
planned
then
to be
it
longer.
got cut down to what it is now, and so I feel like that took a big chunk out of what you're supposed to understand
Yeah.
as the storyline. So at least to us, and we've only ridden it the one time, and we had no information going into it, but we were like on a boat in like the Pandoran rainforest, like all these animals walking around, and then there was a giant avatar lady singing a song that we didn't understand.
I mean,
and she
I
was
loved
awesome.
it. I think
and
it was cool.
beautiful.
Yeah.
But we were like, what is happening?
Well, that's another thing, is that people are waiting hundreds of minutes to get
Yeah.
on this ride. And thank God, like I said, we got a Fast Pass, because passing those people, I was like, ha, suckers. But then I got on the ride, and I was like, oh man, like, they're going to be sorely disappointed when they're at this. I mean, it's beautiful, but I would not wait more than 20 minutes for that ride. Like 30 tops. My free advice here on how to fix this ride, Disney, in case you're wondering. would be to at least, the very minimum that needs to be done is to add maybe another 30 seconds or a minute after you see the animatronic shaman at the end, just to give you a little bit of something at the end, so you're not sitting at the corner backed up with your boats hearing the my wa, my wa, my wa, my wa, forever and ever and ever. Which I don't mind, which is fine, but it just kind of takes away, because you can see the dock at this point. You know, and to me, if you see the dock of the ride,
you're already like brought back out of whatever you're experiencing.
Exactly. The ride's over at that point to me, and that's your
the most pivotal part. Yes,
of the ride. That's like putting the Yeti at the very end of Expedition Everest.
Yeah, as
and
you're
you
like,
don't see that
as you're
Yeti
like
at all.
on the last brake run, and you're just like waiting to come back to the loading dock, and then there's the Yeti like roar, and you're like, I'm over it, man.
The Yeti's just sitting there next to the loading. That's literally, you see no Yeti the whole ride until the very end, right as you see the loading dock. Yeah, that's basically what it's like.
I think if it's not a long line, or you have like multiple days where you could rope drop Animal Kingdom, you know, more than once, then it's definitely worth it. It was beautiful. It was a really cool ride, but I would not wait an hour for that ride at all.
So we got done with that, and we walked around Pandora a little bit more, and then we got hungry. So we went to Satuli Canteen, which we had heard great things about prior to the trip, and so we decided to get the cheeseburger pods. And so we shared an order of cheeseburger pods. We also got the cheesecake. I can't remember the name.
I think it's blueberry
cheesecake, something like that. I don't remember the name of it. But anyway, it was amazing, and we'll put a video in now of us eating it. Here we go. Cheeseburger pods. Cheers. Tastes like cheeseburger. Mustard.
There's mustard in there.
I like mustard.
Tastes like a Big Mac.
I don't know what the hell this is, but I'm gonna eat it. Weird.
Wanna try it?
They're like the same as the in the drink. That you just have to try it. I can't explain it.
Okay, I'm gonna
I can't explain it. Did you crush it? It's like all the sweetness comes from that.
Yeah, it's like tangy.
Yeah, it's like
Kind of sour.
The like coleslaw taste.
Yeah, this is just like shredded stuff, and then the coleslaw like flavor is in those little balls.
Pods. It's so weird.
It's a little bun. Wait. It's a cheeseburger.
Wow. Oh no. I thought it was gonna be fancy, and that's not like. Blueberry. Yeah, I love blueberry.
Yum, that was so good.
Yeah, working those transitions there. Yeah, so as you can tell, we were really into those cheeseburger pods, and especially that cheesecake.
The cheesecake was so good, and it looks really bizarre, and it looks like it's going to be a different texture than it actually
It looked
is.
like it's going to be hard.
Almost like a chocolate dipped ice cream cone style.
Right. Yeah, that's.
But it's all like really smooth and really good.
Yeah, it was awesome. So we got done with that, and I think one of the last things we did before we headed out of the park, because the idea, our goal was to just basically do Pandora, do some more stuff in Animal Kingdom for the first half of the day or so until like the early afternoon, and then head over to Epcot. So you probably remember from our previous video where I talked about how much I loved seeing the train pass by at the Harambe Market. I was like, I've ride that train. We have to do it. So anyway, we got on it. We rode the train, and it was amazing.
Yeah,
it was really cool. And in fact, it goes backstage and you can actually see some of the places that the animals stay at overnight.
Like
and
at
stuff.
night, yeah.
Yeah. So that was really neat. So we got done with the Animal Kingdom, loved it, and for the second time, I wish we spent more time there.
Yeah.
Because the more I go there, the more I love that place. It feels to me like there's always something new I haven't seen before. So anyway, but we didn't have a lot of time, so we decided let's move on over to Epcot.